Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Barel. Let me just get that a little bit centered here. Okay, so this is the second episode right now. The first one was the introduction. Please feel free to check that out in the description. I'm going to put it all down, there. I don't like putting annotations because they kind of cover up the whole video. So today I'm going to make this episode about the healers. Okay, the healers of the world, the people who are clairvoyant and have the ability to heal people through using energies. And it is about how healers, like my friend who actually contacted me on YouTube, one of our brothers, who collapsed several times and actually fell down the stairs, broke some ribs. You know, it's not like you're just fainting. This is a whole, thing that's really, really bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about that, how to control it. And like I said in the introduction, a lot of people, we're going to talk about it all right now. Okay, so let's start off with what is a healer? Okay, so there's two different types of healers. There's ones that are givers and there's ones that are takers. Okay, now there's also different variations of that. So for instance, and everybody has a little bit more of the giving, some of the giving and some of the other one of the taking. But let's get into that. Now, a taker, what a taker does is it sucks energy. Women are usually takers in a good way. I don't mean that, like in a negative way. They take energy and they purify. Let's say they take your negative energy and they purify it. And then that's what happens. And you are left completely without negative influence or negative energy. So they take all your negativity away, and it makes you feel better, basically, in a nutshell, if you go to one of them, those that have that ability. Then you have the givers. The givers, what they do is they just inject in you white light. Okay, so it's a type of white light that pretty much purifies and knocks off all the red and all of that stuff. So it kind of like cleans your energy out in a different way. So instead of taking it away and purifying it within themselves, but you are left without the negative, the people who are givers are actually more effective because they don't only purify it, they can also give you a little bit of their own positive energy. Now, the people who are givers, this is the hardest part. The takers, they never really collapse, they never faint because you're taking things, there's energy, and it's pretty much contained and it's within you. So it's okay. If you have any problems, we're going to get into that, where you start to have like debuks because you start to obtain so much negativity that sometimes you can't purify it. But right now, for this part right here, we're going to talk about the givers. The givers, what happens is, the reason you guys are fainting and collapsing, whether it's a month later or 2 weeks later, and then you go to the doctors, make sure you go to the doctors first, obviously, to make sure it's nothing that is medical. But if it is not, 100% it's because of this, what I'm about to tell you. So when you're giving your energy, and I'm a healer as well, I pretty much, like I told you in my introduction, I was born with a lot of things and experimented and went deeper and deeper and deeper into this, where a lot of people, are just starting to discover they have it, and they don't exactly know how to contain and how to focus. So what happens is the giver has white light all around him, and or her, and what happens is they give that energy, and when you give that energy, instead of going about it with your hand and just giving the energy that comes out of your hand, you're doing that, but you also have energy coming all the way out of you. So what happens is you let go of all that energy, and then guess what happens? You're screwed, and that's what makes you faint and black out, and, God forbid, like one of my friends fell down the stairs and broke his ribs, and it was just horrible. So I'm going to teach you guys the first thing to do when you do anything that is spiritual. The first thing you got to do to make sure that you are not, let me just see this, okay, that you are not going to give off all your energy, you need to make sure that it comes out only out of your hands, okay, wherever you are aiming at. So you need focus, but how do you contain the rest of it, because you're just launching all that energy away? So how do you do that? Very simple. The first thing you need to do is, before you do any of these services, you need to do a meditation technique that I'm going to teach you that worked for me, that I made up, okay? I'm sure probably other people out there, they have the same variations and do it, but I made up because I realized that, you know, you need to learn how to focus, but at the same time, you need to contain the energy from within you, that you're not just wasting energy to the point where you feel drained, and then you would feel things like anxiety attacks, anxiety, heart palpitations, you name it. And then suddenly, before you know it, you know, you just black out one day, you're walking, you black out and you collapse. So what you do is you first have to do a meditation technique where you do what I taught a lot of people that cured them out of anxiety attacks. It's the belly breathing, okay? In through your nose, and then through pierced lips, let it out. Take about 5 seconds to take in a deep breath and release 7 seconds out. Now, when you do that, it's not it. When you do that, pretend that you have this blue ball that's like a circle, okay? And it's going from your feet, okay, all the way up through your mouth, and take your sweet ass time doing it. I'm telling you, do it for at least 30 minutes. Let it out slowly, 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 and pretend that blue ball is going all the way to your red areas. Those are your pains and all of that, which is going to be good for you anyway. And it turns the redness into blue. And turns the redness into blue. And everywhere you have pain, even if you don't have pain, do it everywhere. Because first, you have to purify yourself. You need to be extremely positive when you do this. And clear-minded, okay? Because that's how you build the focus up. And it goes all the way up till it releases out of your mouth. The second thing, you have to imagine and really just sit there and draw energy with your hands, okay? I want you to focus that there is blue here and blue here. And what happens is you go down like this to the earth. I like to touch the earth, to touch the ground, to touch the sand, or to even touch the tiles, whatever. The point is, do it to your floor. And the lower you live, in the lower place, the better it is. I live on the 16th floor. I live very high. I could still draw energy, but it's difficult to do. It's easier to obtain more energy when you pull it out from the ground, like from the earth. Or if you live on the first or second or third floor, it's easier. So what you do is, you pull it, and just imagine in your head, because this is exactly how it's going to be, that you are sucking energy from the earth and have it go into this part right here, into the blue. And as it's into the blue, you're going to imagine it's right in your veins, going down here and coming up and completely energizing your entire body. Take your time with it, people. And I'm telling you, this is going to work and you'll never faint again. All of this, you're going to feel this big energy you're sucking and pulling out from the ground. You're going to feel like electricity. And it's not anxiety, these pins and needles, like anxiety attacks. It feels like that, but it's not. Enjoy it and suck the energy, okay? Now, what happens is, once you suck that energy, I want you to, as you're going to be doing belly breathing and release it through pierced lips, the wind, and imagine a capsule around you, a blue giant capsule. So the blue giant capsule is going to go all around you and circle you like a bubble boy, okay? So it circles you in a bubble, okay? That bubble, believe it or not, is going to contain your energy. It's going to make a sphere around you. It's going to contain your energy in your body, and it's not going to let it go all willy-nilly everywhere around to the point that you're going to freak out and then, you know, you're out of energy. And then what happens is, you're going to imagine that you're only releasing your hands through the bubble, but the bubble is over here, so it's still holding it airtight, okay? And what you're doing is, you're going to do this on the person when you're ready, and then you're giving that energy. You see, I already have energy. I can feel it in my hands already, because I'm extremely into this. Since I was a kid, you know, so it's like second nature for me. But I'm feeling it right now, the pins and needles, and just doing this. Okay, so you do this, and then you go over the person. Now, some people could touch and heal. I don't like touching that much, especially with laws and stuff like that, but it's not even that. I just don't like touching. I like doing it on a distance, okay? I can already feel heat already coming out. So this is what energy is. And then you see, I can already feel it. So what you do is you give it to, you know, you do it like that, a little bit away, and you're going to notice, even if you are touching touchers that are healers, you're going to notice that you're not even going to need to touch. They're going to already feel it on them. And you're going to go over them and just imagine that it's going through, not your entire hand, but through that blue little orb in your hand that you sucked energy from the earth, okay? From that, it's coming there, okay? And you're going to be doing that, and you're going to heal them, and you're not going to drain, okay? Now, after that, you need to build up the energy you gave, because you're a giver. Okay, you're not a taker, you're a giver. So the way you're going to do that is, it's quite simple. You still have the energy within you, but you gave off a little energy. Doesn't matter. It's, you're going to, every day, all of us, all human beings, whether you're clairvoyant or not, doesn't make a difference. You're drawing energy from the earth. Now, what happens is when you draw energy from the earth, you're going to have little increments, but at the same time, you guys, we all use wireless phones, we use internet, we use computers, the education system, all of that. Everything sucks energy from us, and it's done intentionally. The governments know about this because they don't want you to obtain these kind of things. And I know it sounds really crazy telling you this. I look like a guy with a monocle and a cape, but I'm telling you the absolute truth. The governments of the world know that this is capable. In fact, they did a lot of studies back in the day, before, during the Oswald and all that, when it was the craze. Everybody was doing things like that to try to see all kinds of psychic energies and stuff, and then they know it's true, but they don't like for people to do these things because they want to enslave humanity and make them into sheep. So they don't want you to connect with El Kadosh, with the Creator. You see, that's why even religions, which means to blind in Latin, a lot of the religious leaders, Erev Ravs, you know, sodomite slime, they want to do the same thing to you. They want to take it off. They don't want you to connect with the Creator. They want you to continuously be a sheep and not be a lion. So what you need to do is you need to cut all of that toxicity out. Now, I'm not telling you don't use cell phones, don't use that. You need to know how to draw a lot of energy from the earth. Now, the way you're going to do that is right after you're done with your session, I'm going to explain it to you. The stomach, you know, like I said in my intro video, at first, let's say it's this small. So when you eat, you get stuffed, right? Very quickly you get stuffed. Now, if you eat over, your stomach stretches, right? And then you need more food to feel stuffed. That's a bad thing. Hold on, give me a second. That's a real bad thing. But the thing is, let me just shut it off. I can't stand spammers. The thing is, in this case, it's correct. You want it to draw a lot of energy, more than you could take in. When you do that, you actually feel a little bit of anxiety, a little bit. This burst of like, you know, take some bit by bit, every day, try to do that meditation and fill it up. Make sure you have excess energy to the point that it's completely filled. My thing is limitless, guys, because I have opened myself fully to this. You can look at it as a curse or a blessing. I have days that I think it's a curse, that I wish it was gone, and there's days that I love it and it's a blessing. The thing is, when you'll be able to help people, it's really phenomenal, okay? So stretch that, and every time after, what you do is, you do the same thing. You imagine this, you take 30 minutes again, okay? Just like when you do a workout, 15 to 30 minutes of stretches, and then after you do 15 to 30 minutes of stretches after the workout. It's exactly the same thing. So spend about 15 to 30 minutes. I recommend 30 when you're starting, and slowly you could, you know, decrease it to 15. To be honest, I do it in 15. I don't like that I do that in 15. Even though it's a second nature to me, I kind of like to do meditation for a long time. But we live in such a busy world that every time you need to do something, and I take more than I bite more than I could chew, and it becomes really problematic for a lot of people to do. So what you need to do is really spend your time, about 30 minutes. The more you do it, the better you're going to be. And you draw in all that energy. Now remember, when you draw energy, you could also draw in negative energy. A lot of dibukim, a lot of things from negative entities out in the world will try to come to you during this time of sucking. And what happens is, when you're in the time of that sucking stage, where you're pulling it, you remember, put your hands to the floor and you're pulling that in, and you meditate with deep breathing, you need to make sure that you still have now this orb. This orb of energy will protect you from the evil entities, from the negative entities, as people call it, that don't like saying evil because they're idiots. But the thing is that there's evil entities out there that are going to try to attach to you. And even when you walk outside, you hug a negative person, you're going to have some kind of negative entity that's going to attach to you. And this is why you got to do purifications. And purifications, you do it through the smoke, as it is in my channel. I'll show you how to do it with reading Psalm 91 and all of that. And I'm going to go into the other episode, how to bind spirits into objects, and we're going to go into that afterwards, that don't want to leave and are causing harm. But in this case, that's all you need to do. The sphere is still on you, nothing's going to happen, and you're pulling that energy out from the ground and into you. And again, imagine it going all around your body. Okay, once it's all around your body and you feel energetic, that's great. And when you do that, you're going to feel power, and you're going to feel that you're not gonna faint. And in a month, you could see, when you're doing it all the time, in a month you're gonna see, because it's always 2 weeks to a month, there's nothing happening to you, and you're gonna be like, wow, this okay, I didn't, you know, throw my power, my energy everywhere, and you're gonna realize that this thing works. Okay, and now for the people who are takers, okay, those the women that mostly have it, they're suckers. They take it, not sucker, but they suck energy from the person. Same exact scenario, ladies. Okay, this time when you feel the energy inside you, guess what? And you do that thing with the orb that goes all the way to your red areas and do that, you do the same thing, except in the end, you draw energy also from the earth, but you also do that thing that I was telling you in the beginning, where you imagine this blue ball going around to all your red areas, just to make sure that all of your body is purified. Okay, so you do that, and you're done. You see how easy that was, guys? So always make sure that there is the stretch, like in a workout, so you're doing the meditation, the action where you're doing the on whoever you're helping out, and then the stretch again in the end, which is do the meditation again. When you do all these three together in one solid session, you will feel a lot of power. Now, I used to have people that came to me 4, 5, 8 at a time, and that is extremely draining. Do not do that. Okay, I don't charge for doing these things, because I think taking money for something God has blessed you with is ridiculous. But those that do charge, I always recommend telling people to give donations, either to the you know, whatever is your favorite charity, and tell them to just give it, show you a receipt, and when you see that receipt, you'll do it to them for free. That I like to do a lot. I have a lot of these things where I do with my albums and stuff like that, which I really want to do with even my newer stuff, my newer albums. But that's what I'm talking about, guys. So always make sure that you don't get greedy, because I know some of you guys do it for money. Don't get greedy and start setting up sessions for like 4 people or even 3 people at a time. You shouldn't do more than 2. And when you do those 2, you got to give yourself some time. 1, build, another, build. I could do about 20. I wouldn't care. Really, I could. But it would drain me, even though I have basically limitless energy. I'm not even going to lie, because I already know how to draw without even touching the floor. But I'm telling you, this is how, you know, since I was a kid, it took me years, since I was a little runt, it took me years to figure this out for myself, but I realized that I can draw energy anywhere I walk. That even when I walk into houses that are haunted, people are saying are haunted with negative entities, these things run away from me in less than a second, because they know I draw their energy. They know what I'm capable of. It's like, you know, reach out and touch someone. They all tell each other, I guess. I don't know. But the thing is, the spirits even know that I draw energy. And it's a problem because it weakens them, and they don't want to be weak, so they leave. So that's the thing. You need to realize you can turn into that, but it's going to take you time. And the way you build on it is you first touch the floor, you build up. Slowly, slowly, you're not going to need to touch the floor anymore. You're going to realize that you can just stand there and draw energy from the earth in general, from the earth itself, or from the heavens, from the skies. And you'll realize that you can draw that energy. Before you know it, you're going to start hearing the sounds. Okay? You're going to start hearing words that's not English. And I'm not going to be too controversial about that. I'm going to let you guys figure that baby out for yourself. And before you know it, it's a foreign tongue that you guys are not going to understand the language. But guess what? You understand somehow. That is, I'm going to leave to you to define who that is. And you're going to realize that it is amazing and it is beautiful. And you never felt more in touch with the people of the world, whether they're evil assholes or good people. You become it's almost like you can see everybody as part of one body, and you are the brain of that body because you feel their pain, you feel their joy. You see all of that stuff. You're going to see what it does to you. But this is later on. Right now, this is what you got to start off in. Slowly and work your way to the top. Now, I want you to understand that I don't want you to see this as a job. I don't want you to see this as a way to make money, because it's not about that, okay? It should be your way to connect with El Kadosh, okay? And I'm telling you guys, you're going to be amazed. You're going to connect. You're going to want to connect with God of Abraham, blessed be his name forever. You're going to see the truth. You're going to know the truth. And for some reason, you're going to feel obligated that if you don't do, which is a good thing, by the way, you are neglectful and you deserve hell for that. You know, crap for that, even though hell doesn't exist, but you deserve hell, crap for that. The point is, you're going to be forever changed, and the amount of people you're going to be helping out, the amount of people that you're going to help, you can't even measure it, okay? So do this, and do me a favor, because I'm helping you out with that, and I'm teaching you guys how to not faint and collapse, and how to contain your power, and how to focus your energy, and all of that stuff. I ask only one favor, and I know some of you guys probably are, you know, in a bind, you don't have money, but I ask you as a favor, do not make money off of this, okay? Give this information out for free. And also, when you do these healing stuff, I want you guys to teach, to do it to people for free. Okay? Now, if you want to teach it to somebody, that's fine. You can teach them and make money off it. I don't care about that. Even though, you know, whatever. I don't care about that. You can teach if you want, teach somebody and make money off of that. But when you do it for people and you want to better their lives, do me a favor. Don't charge them money. Ask for a donation. If you're in a bind, I get it. So you need money. Fine. But, you know, there's other ways of achieving money. Just the Lord gave you this power because He wants you to connect with Him. Okay, He wants you to be His extension of His hand. Okay, and when you're going to heal people, this is going to be a great mitzvah, which us Israelites we call deeds. So you're gonna love it. It's going to be beautiful, and you know, that's all really what it's about. It's about helping one another. So again, that's what I ask of you. If you're in a bind and you don't have money and you don't have a job, totally get it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. You know, whatever. But when you are financially stable, just do me a favor, stop charging, and don't be greed, because greed also destroys your energy. It does. What greed does is it turns your energy from blue to green to even a little bit on the orangish goldish color, which is real negative. Once that happens to you, you know that the sodomites are attached to you. But the thing is, you'll see a little color of there. You're going to start to develop a way to, you know, kind of have a bullshit meter on yourself, that you're going to be telling yourself, oh, today, you know, I look at myself. I don't have mirrors in my house. I hate mirrors. I can't stand it. But I have like one mirror that I put a little stains on it and stuff, because I hate reflections. I hate it more than anything. But the thing is, if you guys have mirrors and all that stuff, and it's right there, which normal people have, so just look at the mirrors and look at yourself and say, oh my God, what have I done today? Did I do any good things today? What did I do? What did I do bad? How can I improve the next day? And all that. I do that to myself. I don't need a mirror, but, you know, whatever. Mirrors are whatever. Just looking into that and be done with that. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, dislike. Definitely, I want to hear your voice in the comments. If you don't, or you're scared, I know a lot of people are not comfortable talking about it in public. So as usual, just, you know, email me or write to me on YouTube, private message and all that. But the thing is, I definitely subscribe, because I'm going to be releasing every episode every week. I'm going to try at least every week to release every a new episode. So right now, this is about the healers. So now you guys know all the healers, how to not collapse, how to not faint, how to not have anxiety attacks and all that, and how to draw energy, and also how to build. So when you build, remember, you're gonna try to take a little more, even if it causes a little bit of anxiety to you. Try to get a little more energy all the time, a little bit more energy, till the point that it completely turns, you know, big, and then you can draw in more and more and more, and before you know it, you're a walking energy bomb. I don't know, whatever. The thing is, that's what I recommend you do, and it'll work out for you. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. That's what I get for eating food. But let me know what you guys think. Definitely subscribe, and you know, you'll see the next episode. Not sure what the next one yet is going to be. I think, you know what we're going to do the next episode? I'm going to teach you guys how to perfect your way of seeing energy. I was born seeing energy all the time, to the point that sometimes I didn't see even flesh. This is why, check out my video about, what is it, is there anything physical in the world? And I explain in my introduction video as well that there's nothing physical, it's all energy. And basically, I used to see things as energy. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys, how to see auras, how to see energy, how to see, you know, auras. It's your soul, but auras. I'm going to show you guys how to see other people's energy. Now, those of you that already have it, that is. Those of you that don't, this is a safe exercise. You could see it. Just I don't recommend going too far into it because you don't want it to overwhelm you. And sometimes when your mind, everybody has a different mind. If your subconscious learns stuff, it could actually take blockages away. And guess what? Everything's going to come to you in full blast, and it's not going to be a good thing. So I don't. I'm telling people only that are born with some kind of psychic gift, which everybody is, but they forget. But I'm saying those who actually have it, and do that. I'm going to teach you guys what to do to perfect it and to tweak it to your, how you could turn it on and off, but at the same time, how to tweak it to work for you and how to like perfect it to the point that you could see it in anybody. Okay, so there's a lot of exercises I'm going to teach you, and you're going to see from there. After you see energies, you're going to start seeing letters, and I'm going to explain that all in the second third episode. So let me know what you guys think. Definitely subscribe and reach that. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.